That should be good. Yep, let the games begin. First ever UFL championship game from St. Louis. This should be a good one. Yeah, hello, hello, hello. We ready to roll. This should be a fun game. I mean, it's a championship game. You would hope it's entertaining, but the the defenses in this one. Like even just looking at the last time these teams played, low scoring, 18-9. It makes sense that Martinez is getting the start. I do expect it to be a short leash because it's the championship and Corral did play really well last week. But I'm not entirely surprised Martinez is getting the start. If y'all just if Birmingham depends a little bit more on the ground today, I think it can go their way. Because the ground worked decently well last week, and then the last time these two teams played, the ground never really had a chance to get going. Or at least with CJ Marable. They gave Ricky Person 7 carries last time. Yeah, I have no idea what to expect when it comes to final score. I do think San Antonio wins just because their defense is insane. But yeah, I truly don't know what the score could be. It's weird. Birmingham are the favorites for this, which again makes sense. Yeah, they're getting hot at the right time. It really again since Chase Garbers came back from injury, they've been improving each week, and their defense has remained solid. So again, that third down defense of San Antonio, we saw it last week. And again, it's kind of been the case the entire season. They have a really, really good defense and really good third down defense. The defense gave Birmingham troubles in week 9. I wouldn't be shocked if it gives them troubles again this week. And San Antonio has a little bit of the advantage when it comes to, like, they've just been in St. Louis for 3 weeks. Yeah, like, the DC in San Antonio has done wonders for that team, turning it around. Wade Phillips as well having a massive role there. And yeah, it's going to be a battle of the trenches and the ground game. I mean, last week was a great day on the ground, especially for Anthony McFarlane. And then the last time these two teams played, it was a solid day on the ground for Anthony McFarlane. And John Lovett wasn't even healthy for week 9. So, we shall see. And out come the Stallions, taking the field for this one. What the crowd in St. Louis is still pretty solid. I'm not sure where he is. I'm sure he'll stop by closer towards kick closer towards kickoff, maybe throughout the first drive. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, Skip Holtz coaching his third straight championship game. That's insane. He did. The Lions are going to sign him for a 2-year deal, which is great. I mean, he deserves it, man. The Lions are getting a good one. He's going to make he's going to probably be in a kicker competition during training camp. I expect him to win it though. Like he deserves it. Of course, man. Because the more and more of those kind of stories we get, the the more and more eyes will be on the UFL, and thus the higher of a chance it will succeed. So the more of these kind of stories, the better. And Jake Bates' story is incredible. The what the Lions roster right now? Who are the who? Because technically Bates isn't signing until Tuesday, I believe. As the Brahmas take the field and are being introduced. Oh yeah, probably. I know they're going. I know they were going for like $5. Yeah, so the Lions currently have Michael Bagley or Badgley and James Turner as their kickers on the roster. I expect one of them to be let go after minicamps and OTAs, and then it will be a competition between Bates, and the other one. Yeah, the number one defense in the UFL and Wade Phillips and San Antonio going against the league MVP. This should be a good one. Yeah, definitely. I do think having Canton be a side for the championship would have been cool, but it also makes sense having the championship game for a league played in a stadium that is used for the league. Either way, the final game of the UFL season. Oh, is the singer have a good voice? I can't. I can't listen to the broadcast while live. I mean, I could get my headphones on, but it ends up looking weird with the scoreboard and everything. And plus, I just prefer not having the headphones on. I would who I would imagine probably I would imagine Birmingham probably wants the ball first. Try to get some momentum going instantly. Hey, Bot Flash. Yeah, they're doing the anthems and everything. Then should be seeing kickoff shortly. The interesting thing, like, again, the last time these two teams played was in Week 9, and San Antonio was not healthy, and they still won. It was so. His name was Charles Glenn. That sounds familiar. Hmm. I mean, yeah, he is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is him. No. Hmm. Oh. I mean, yeah, it's there's been so many big time games where the national anthem was not sung the best, so it's good to see that the UFL picked the right people for this one. And good old Fox, the anthems and everything was just sang or sung, and then straight to commercial for FanDuel. Imagine if the first overtime game of this season is a championship. That would honestly be great. Oh, yep, it's gonna be full of commercials today. We're on Fox. I mean, what? Is there a Cardinals game today? I don't keep up with the MLB schedule enough. I was in Chicago and already ended. Okay, yeah, so there's nothing to do in St. Louis today. So, $5 tickets. And I think I saw some reports that were saying that they're expecting around normal attendance for St. Louis today. I wouldn't be shocked though if it's in like the low 20,000 range, just because again it's not a Battlehawks game. But if they do get it back up towards that, if they do get it close to that 30 range, that would be great. Yeah, I'm not shocked that they would. You know, like St. Louis deserves, they deserve. Uh, the NFL deserves to be in St. Louis. The Rams were that situation. I mentioned it before, but that situation with the Rams was it sucks. But hey, they got the Battlehawks. They've been showing out. It's great. Again, but it also helps that there's not much else going on within St. Louis because what the Cardinals are 500. The Blues don't play this late into the NHL season. Hey, we actually get to see the coin toss now. That's cool. I'm not shocked he won MVP purely because that is typically a regular season award, and his regular season was fantastic. Now, do I think he'll win the championship game MVP? We'll see. But yeah, I'm not shocked he won league MVP. I said they got Kurt Warner today alongside a robotic dog to deliver the game ball. Also, it is great that Kurt Warner is there because again won the Super Bowl with St. Louis. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, although every time they get like former Super Bowl winners to walk out the Lombardi, it's funny. Yeah, because Kurt Warner's son, he plays for San Antonio, I believe. I know he's playing today, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he's a receiver for San Antonio, so he's there as a fan as well. He's not just there to be there. Kurt Warner for the LA Rams. Don't think he. I don't think he ever played for the Rams while they were in LA. Yeah, no, it was St. Louis all the way. Well, he's there to support Cade, and also he probably would have been there anyway because he is a legend in St. Louis. So they had Isaac Bruce last week to deliver to get the crowd hyped. I'm sure they would have had Warner there tonight anyway. Because he's been a supporter of these spring leagues for a while now. And yeah, San Antonio is going to get the ball first. And here's Chris Blewett to kick off the championship game. Ball to be returned from inside the 10. And is going to work it out to about the 22-yard line. So good kick coverage for Birmingham. And Chase Garbers takes the field for the first drive in the UFL championship. And yeah, the players to watch, easily both John Lovett and Anthony McFarland. This ground game from San Antonio, when it's going, it is lethal and damn near impossible to stop. So again, it's going to be a battle of the trenches. First play of the game, Garbers in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Going to quick pass right side to Anthony McFarland on a swing screen, and he's going to fight forward for about 6. It's bold, but I mean it worked for them the last time these two teams played, because it's like you don't want to play Birmingham from behind. You want to get a lead against them and play from ahead. They put pressure on them again. Their offense was already struggling last week. So if you can apply that pressure early, Handoff on 2nd and 4, up the middle, going to get to about the 30-yard line for a gain of 2. Yeah, but if they score on, you score opening drive against a quarterback who is already probably in his own head a little bit, is gonna put pressure on him instantly. It's not a terrible idea. The main thing is they just need to execute, and they're already facing a 3rd and 2. In shotgun, back to his left, gonna hand it off once again. No, keeping himself, trying to work that left side, sliding down, but did he slide too soon? If he didn't slide, he would have picked up the first with ease. I'm not sure where he started his slide. It's going to be close. I think they're going to give it to him for right now. It's looking like a gain of 2. Yeah, gain of 2 for a first down. Let's see, when did he start the slide? That is a good spot from the refs. It's when you start the slide, and there's an argument to be made he started it before picking up the first. As there is a flag, seeming like it's going to be delay of game. I think San Antonio wanted the play clock to be reset, but it wasn't. No, San Antonio is going to call their first timeout. So first drive, already having to call a timeout. Yeah, again, it just depends on. I think they spotted it more so when his knee touched instead of when he started the slide. So, in that case, then yeah, I think it would have been just enough. But he started the slide about half a yard short. I mean, Birmingham could challenge it, but it's the first drive of the game. It's way too early to challenge something like that. In shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers left. Ball in the 32. Going to quick pass to the left side for a receiver screen, and it's going to gain about 4. That's to John Trey Kirkland on the receiver screen. They're saying a gain of 5, actually. So, just moving the ball effectively right now. Not trying to do too much. Yeah, I guess. I mean, really, screenplays are extensions of the run anyway. As Garber's looking to throw in 2nd and 5, trying to throw right side, going to be caught by Anthony McFarland for what might be a gain of 1. And be like, screenplays are basically extensions of the run, but definitely thought they were going to come out here and try to beat Birmingham like legit on the ground to begin things. So they're facing a 3rd and 4, and Garber's alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw. Throwing right side where it's going to be caught, and the forward progress is going to give him the first, it seems. Which, that also might be a generous spot of the ball. But John Trey Kirkland makes a great grab as he was body slammed down. And pretty much as soon as he caught that pass. And yeah, Garber's 4 for 4 so far. I'll take care of the stat bar at the bottom when we get a commercial break. Handing this one off instantly to the right side with Morgan Ellison going to gain 2. So there we go, trying to get the ground game going a bit more. And using Morgan Ellison for the 3rd handoff of the day instead of John Lovett. Anthony McFarland now in the backfield as Garbers is in shotgun. McFarland to his left, 2 receivers spread out to each side. And going to hand this one off up the middle to McFarland. He's going to gain about 3 yards on the play, up to closer to 47, but there is a flag. So we'll see what this one is. And yeah, so far, San Antonio is just keeping things really simple. But that's going to bring them back with a holding call. So it'll be 2nd and 18. That's rough. Up until that play, they've been just keeping things simple. Not overcomplicating, not overcomplicating it, not doing anything fancy or cute like St. Louis was doing last week. You need to make the most out of every possession you have in a game like this. So now 2nd and 18. Garber's going to throw right side where it is incomplete. That pass was intended for Justin Smith. And yeah, definitely. Ryan Santoso is the biggest question mark with this team with a season long of 51 yards, which is the least amount out of any kicker in the UFL. It's still impressive, but when you have Jake Bates going as effectively as he does, this is a handoff up the middle on 3rd and 18, going to get to the 40, and a gain of 6, and now set up a 4th down. Morgan Ellison again on the carry. Interesting that they're not using John Lovett. Yeah, I would have thought for sure he would have been more of a feature. It is just the first drive, but let's see. Brad Wing on. Going to send this one away. The punt return to be begun at about the 5th. No, it's going to let it bounce. That was a long kick. It bounced at about the 2 and into the end zone for a touchback. There was a flag on the play. It's a great punt to flip the field. But we'll see what the flag is. I might have to re-kick. It's holding on Birmingham. So yeah, that's a great punt for San Antonio. And that brings us to the first commercial as Adrian Martinez prepares to take the field for his first drive of the game. No, John Lovett does have a carry. Okay. Okay, we're at commercial break. So I would hope for Birmingham's first drive, they focus more on the ground and kind of, again, the simpler stuff. That's interesting. Oh yeah, there's a commercial for it now. Rick Wood. Honestly, these specialty games where they play in like the Field of Dreams game or this upcoming one in Rickwood. Those are some of like the more interesting games for me in the MLB. I'm not shocked to put money into it. So here we go. Birmingham and their first drive of the game. 8:52 to go in the first. Yeah, I expect stuff to just get the offense into a rhythm. Martinez and shotgun back to his left, ball in the 15. And going to hand this one off up the middle with Ricky Person, who's going to gain about 6 up to the 21. So a very solid first play of the game. The offense was very rough last week. We're looking to get into a rhythm get into a rhythm early on in this one. Yeah. Hey, San Antonio calling their second time out. They're wasting these. Yeah, man, only 2 drives in the game. You have to call a timeout on both of them already. They better hope they're not going to need those to end the half. And there's another stoppage now. Yeah, I think equipment as well. I'm not sure. Martinez in shotgun back to his right on 2nd and 4. Going to hand this one off again to Ricky Person up the middle, who's going to gain the 4 yards, enough for the first down. And yeah, it's definitely something. He's taking off his cleats and his sock and his leg sleeves. Uh, what is going on? I assume this is an equipment issue, but Martinez in shotgun back to his left, going to hand this off once again to Ricky Person, who's going to gain about 2, maybe 3. I don't think the field is necessarily slick. I so I think what the issue was with his equipment is his leg sleeves and his socks were white or like a lighter color, which is a dumb issue to have. But I did see them making him switch to darker leg sleeves. At least that's what I believe they showed. Which again, very minute issue, but pass right side to Jay Sternberger for Martinez is going to gain about a yard, maybe 2, to set up a 3rd and 7. Yeah, because you see when they show the shots of the defense, you have all the other San Antonio players wearing like darker bottoms, like pants and socks or whatever. So I guess it's just one of those things where they want to make sure that they keep the consistency, which again it's dumb, but it makes sense if that were to be the issue. Is yeah, he's back on the field and he's wearing the black leg sleeves now. So yeah, that's what we assume the issue was. And Birmingham's going to call their first timeout. I mean, if the ground game just keeps working really effectively, then it doesn't really matter who's in the backfield. You really the thing is you would want Martinez back there because of his mobility and the ability to extend plays. He didn't really show that a lot last week. So the hope is he will show it again. He will show it more this week. But they're facing a 3rd and 5 against the best third down defense in the UFL. As they ruled a gain of 3 on a 2nd down play. Martinez alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. San Antonio going to send 5. Looking to throw Martinez over the middle and tipped incomplete through the hands of Kevin Austin. And luckily it wasn't intercepted. But that is a 3 and out for Birmingham's offense. Yeah, Martinez wasn't able to step into it. He was falling back as the ball, as he went to go release the ball. Just that front 7 from San Antonio has created a lot of pressure on that play. Oh, no, it wasn't a 3 and out, my bad. A punt going to be returned from the 20, getting up to about the 28. Yeah, because Birmingham picked up a 1st down on their 2nd play. Is that really going to bring us to another commercial? That wasn't that long of a drive, but okay, Fox. Yep, back to commercial. I wouldn't be shocked if we see Corral at some point today, but I think it would take. I think it would have to take either a few errors from Martinez or just a full half of nothing really going on top of San Antonio's offense finding the groove. But the big thing is that allow Martinez to use his legs a bit more. Call him more designed QB runs. And that's not necessarily saying stuff like up the middle or QB draws. Like QB powers, getting towards the outside and towards that edge. Yeah, again, Corral. If Corral gets thrown out there soon, like relatively soon, I would not be surprised again because this offense the past couple of weeks they need something. Yeah, he's good. I forgot exactly who it was earlier in the season, but there was one quarterback I was saying looked squirrelish in the pocket. And now and recently Martinez has become looking squirrelish. And I don't know, and it's just he needs to get into a rhythm again. He needs to regain trust in his O line. As San Antonio's going to hand this one off on 1st and 10, and is going to lose about a yard. I believe that was Anthony McFarland on the carry. And the Saints got back to the line of scrimmage. And Garber's looking to throwing right side to an open receiver, and is caught and stepping out of bounds after a gain of about 6, maybe 7, is Calvin Turner. So it sets up a 3rd and short, or relatively short. I think it'd be a 3rd and 3. 3rd and 4, so a gain of 6. And yeah, Garber's. I mean, he was accurate last week as well. Like he's a very accurate passer. He's in shotgun back to his right. Going to hand this one off in 3rd and 4. And that's going to go nowhere. And this could very easily be a defensive slugfest, as that is a 3 and out for San Antonio. Sorry, ball flash. Who's currently playing in the UFL championship game? Him or McCarron? Punt's underway. Going to bounce at about the 25 and is picked up at the 20. Returned to the 29. So, better starting field positioning for this upcoming Birmingham drive. So you're hoping that you can get something out of it. Yeah. And back to it was a 3 and out, Fox. What do you mean we're going right back to commercial? True, that's definitely true. Gradkowski has a lot of blame for that loss. But at the same time, McCarron he's an aged vet. He should be able to audible out of broken plays. Yeah. But also, like, Garber's style of play, it works. It might not be the most fun to watch or anything, but hey, they're playing in St. Louis this week for a reason. I within the first few weeks of the season, I was saying that like San Antonio's offense, they're a really good offense, and a lot of it is because of how Garbers plays. And then he goes down, gets injured. Dormady comes in. They go on a little bit of that slow stretch. But again, since he's come back, it's been a lot. It's been improvements week in, week out. Because Skip Holtz has patience written on his play sheet. Which Martinez is going to need to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. He's in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers spread out to each side. Just under 4 minutes to go in this first half. Quick pass right side going to be caught. And that's Marlon Williams getting 2 yards on the receiver screen. That's a fair reasoning. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, 2nd and 7. We say game 3 on that. Going to look to throw once again, stepping up, pass over the middle. It is caught by Jay Sternenberger, who's going to gain about 5 on the play, and that sets up a 3rd and short. When they got out of commercial break before this drive, they highlighted how it's a number 1 offense against a number 1 defense. In the NFL world, we did see how that result ends up in a Super Bowl with the Broncos and Seahawks a few years back. We'll see if it's a similar result. As Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, two receivers each side, going to look to throw. Quick pass right side, and it's going to be incomplete. Pretty sure attended for Kevin Austin once again. Yeah, so it'll be a 3-and-out for Birmingham on their second drive. Second drive. Yeah, it is firmly a defensive game. Sky and punt, but it sends down nicely down the way, bouncing near the 30, and it's still bouncing. Going to be a great punt down to inside the 10 at about the 7. Beautiful punt sets up San Antonio in rough field positioning. As with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter, we are heading back to commercial because Fox. Yeah, I figured this would be a defensive focused game. I mean, and part of it is because, like, Birmingham is not running the ball. Yeah, neither team is really running the ball. I mean, San Antonio got 5 carries and Birmingham has 3. San Antonio's situation makes a little bit more sense why they're not running it right now. But like Ricky Person was running really well on that first drive. And then they kind of just abandoned it for 6 straight pass plays. Sorry, 5 straight pass plays. At least what feels like 5 straight pass plays. So I don't fully get it. Like, yeah, both teams have really good run defenses. But you're going to need the ground game if you're going to win today. Because both teams also have solid pass defenses. Yep. Commercials. Yep. Showcasing some pregame warm-ups with Kurt and his son Cade throwing with each other. And now they're showing Wes Phillips in the booth, the OC over in Minnesota. And Garber's throwing left side to John Trey Kirkland, going to be caught up to about the 11 for a gain of 4. Damn, the Phillips family has been coaching for 14 more years than the Holtzes, and the Holtzes have 3 more championships. Garbage and shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers right, looking to throw once again. Has some time, now stepping up, rolling out left. Gonna keep it himself and stepping out of bounds. I was gonna give him the first. I think he might have been in, like half a yard short. And yeah, 3rd and inches. Again, stepping out about half a yard short. That is twice now where Garbers could have secured the first down on the ground, but instead but instead goes out just instead gives himself up just short. The first time he got away with it. This time it's 3rd and 1. He's under center, back behind him, and the play clock runs out. That's gonna be delay of game, and it's now 3rd and 6. Yeah, stepping out of bounds there. It's this like it's the smart way because you want to stay healthy, but I mean, one more step, if that, would have gotten you the first. Now 3rd and 6. Garbers and shotgun back to his left. Going to look to throw. Has time. Quick pass left side to Anthony McFarland. Going to be caught. And picking up the first down to about the 17-ish. Either way, great game. A great gain on 3rd and 6. This is a very simple screenplay, and he makes one defender miss, and he was gone from there, basically. And that'll bring us to the second quarter, still scoreless in this one. Yeah, I do get the idea, like, it's the championship, you want to, like fight for every yard and everything, but it's a 0-0 game. You have the number one defense in the league. And a pretty solid ground game. I get not fully risking things like that just yet. Now, if this was like final drive of the half or something, then yeah. As if we're at commercial. Yeah, definitely. San Antonio looks like a more complete team, but even then, their offense isn't. Their offense needs a little bit of work to get going. They have a good drive building right now, but definitely, like it's definitely like leaning in their favor. Which is why, like, I thought that was the case going into this game. Which is why I'm surprised that Birmingham were even favorites in this one. Hell, they're still favorites. They're still 2.5 point. Like, I don't get how they're the favorites. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I don't get it. Because like, unless like, if Birmingham can keep it close, entering half, then yeah, who knows what's gonna happen in the second half. But for right now, like this has been San Antonio's game. Definitely. Definitely. They're definitely waiting for for the signs of Birmingham's defense slowing down to be there. So like San Antonio is fine just waiting and playing their field position in battle for right now. But that's why like they want to get a really solid field position in. Like if this drive can end around near that 40 yard mark again, obviously they want points, but like for the field position in battle, that and this drive ends around the 40 again, you pin them deep. With how your defense is, that's you just need Birmingham's offense to make one mistake. Garbers and shotgun back to his left. Two receivers each side. Quick pass left side. Going to be caught by John Trey Kirkland. Had a block. And is going to work his way forward. He fumbles it. But San Antonio falls back on it thanks to a heads-up play by Calvin Turner. As I believe San Antonio fell back on it. And yeah, the refs are pointing San Antonio ball. Calvin Turner is the only Brahma in that pile. There was like 6 Stallions on top of him. Great peanut punch to force that ball loose, but great heads up play from Calvin Turner to fall back on it. I mean, yeah, the short, because when it comes to just short passes, San Antonio has players that can make one defender miss, and that's all they really need. 2nd and 5, quick pass once again, left side. This one to Marquez Stevenson, makes the guy miss and still going. Back jukes and finally going to be brought down after a nice pickup of what I think will be close to 20 yards. Yep, sends Stevenson on motion. And I wouldn't be shocked if we start seeing Birmingham press more. Because, again, these short passes have been working so well. And, yeah, Marquez Stevenson gets up closer to 45. And there's a stoppage because a Stallion is down on the ground being looked at. Yeah, definitely. Like honestly, it's either you throw in Corral, or you just say fuck it and allow Martinez to sling one down the field and hope it's caught, because that can also get the offense going and sparked. As we're still a commercial here. I don't think Birmingham has crossed the 35 yet. So that's why I'm like, they need like something on offense, which is weird saying in a 0-0 game. But they need to do something on that offensive side that properly builds momentum. I get the whole quick passes, get into a rhythm thing, but I mean, you need something down the field a bit. Because all the passes that have been past the line of scrimmage have been incomplete. I think there might have been one that was caught to Jay Sternberger. For the most part, everything has been either at or behind the line. So like, you need something past the sticks to begin the process of having that momentum for the offense. It's 3 yards of play, which it's just shameful. Garbers and shotgun back to his right, gonna hand this one off to McFarland, going to cut it out, try to work that left side, and then going to cut up field for a gain of 3. Again, right now San Antonio is just chilling. They're fine with where they are right now. Yeah, the ground game isn't working as well as they probably hoped as well as they hoped it would so far. But this has been a long drive, and the Stallion and Birmingham's going to get tired. as we have a stoppage of play once again. And I think that's because of needing to take a player out of the game for a play or two. I think there was kind of helmet-to-helmet contact there. Okay. So 2nd and 7. Garbers in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers each side. Going to look to throw, stepping up. Now trying to dump it off left side to McFarland. Going to be incomplete. I think at first there was a chance it could have been a fumble, but just saying incomplete. Throw was a little bit behind McFarland, who was in the flat. But I think it was just a forward pass. Either way, San Antonio fell back on it, or it went out of bounds. But now it's 3rd and 7 with just under 13 minutes to go in the half. In shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. Thrown over the middle, it is tipped and falls incomplete. Pass intended for Marquez Stevenson. And now San Antonio will punt this one away once again. Great play by Birmingham to get a hand on that pass. It just didn't put enough in under it to get it over the defense. But that was a difficult pass to make anyway. A punt's going to be fair caught at about the 11-yard line. So that is where Adrian Martinez will begin this next drive as he takes the field. Yep, it's still Martinez. It's probably going to take until he makes a detrimental mistake or San Antonio scores, and then the following drive he doesn't do much out of it. I think Martinez is going to be the guy for the majority of this game. Yeah, I assume that's kind of what they're waiting for. But it's hard for a turnover to happen when there's just little to no offense going on for Birmingham. Now, there's also the chance that they're just waiting for halftime and waiting to see what the situation is then. Because again, at that point, yeah, exactly. Little offense in general, so it's hard to make a drastic decision like that right now. Because I think both teams are kind of just like, yeah, we'll let the defense take most of the front right now. I expect Seattle to be back assuming they expand. I doubt they will next year, as Tom Brady is now in the booth. I expect Seattle to be one of the teams added. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if they just take another team from the XFL and add them to the USFL conference, if I'm being honest. But if it had to be a USFL team, I wouldn't be shocked if the Maulers come back. or like the Jacksonville Bulls. Like I don't know when it comes to like or pre-existing teams. The XFL more so had teams that I could see more likely coming back. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers left as well. Going to look to throw over the middle. It is incomplete. Low and behind. To be, I wouldn't say wide. It was open definitely, but wide open. There was the safety over top there. But yeah, it's just still an inaccurate throw. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw once again. Has some time, now stepping up, has space to run, and he's going to. And going to be upended after a gain of about 7. But there we go, using his legs a bit more. They're going back to Julian. Going back to your question, Seattle and the Tampa Bay Bandits would be the 2 teams I would expect back, if it has to be a win from each league. Martinez barely gets a snap off on 3rd and 4, looking to throw, trying to escape to his left, breaks 1 sack, now throwing it, and they're saying he caught it for a first down, and the gain of was probably close to like 8. It's going to be close, though, along the sideline. I would hurry up if I'm Birmingham. No, his foot's out. Yeah, he's out of bounds. That's gonna be overturned. Pass was intended for Benjamin Victor. But yeah, he's clearly out of bounds. He definitely could have gotten it himself there. Yeah, that's clearly out of bounds. All right, so another failed 3rd down conversion for Birmingham. Another 3 and out, and San Antonio is fine playing the field position battle with only having 1 timeout. A little bit of a low snap, but the punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 42, where he's brought down instantly. Honestly, probably would have been smarter to call a fair catch, but San Antonio is going to have really good field positioning. So yeah, so Tom Brady is in St. Louis because he's going to be handing out the championship game MVP trophy at the end of today. And in the meantime, he's in the booth. I guess in the booth for, I guess, just getting practice for when the NFL season comes around. Booth. Okay. Yeah, Garbers in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Going to hand this one off to McFarland, trying to bounce it towards that left sideline, but unable to, and only gets back to the line of scrimmage. The ground game is not going to work for either team today, it seems. In shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw, passing it right side, going to be caught for a gain of 5. This by Marquez Stevenson. And assuming they get stopped here, we were still yet to have a play on the plus side of the 50-yard line for either team. See, this is a fun defensive style game, unlike Houston Memphis in Week 10. Garbers and shotgun, back to his right, two receivers each side, looking to throw on 3rd and 5, stepping up, throwing deep left side, and going to be incomplete. Jandre Kirkland nearly makes an incredible grab, but instead it's a 3 and out. They ran mesh. It's mesh. That's all it is. They ran the correct play call for 3rd and 5. It's just the only option was Kirkland on that deeper route, but it was mesh. Like, it was mesh and it was guarded well. Punt comes off clean, going to be fair caught at about the 11-yard line once again. It was mesh, and Birmingham just guarded it well, to where Kirkland was really the only option. So mesh is where, again, it was kind of more so bunched up. So mesh is where you have the two inside receivers, so the two slot guys, doing drag routes over the middle. So one that's about 3 yards, one that could be 5. Sometimes it's give or change depending on down and distance. You have the outside receiver to either side doing a stop 7 yards or 2 yards past the 6 over the middle. You have the running back doing a wheel route to the side of the receiver who's doing the sit. And then you have the other outside receiver doing some kind of corner or go ball to try and clear out the safety or the corner. It's a very common 3rd and short, 3rd and 5 play. And for the most part it works. It's just Birmingham got good press up at the line for that sit receiver over the middle, so he couldn't break to do his route. And because of that, it allowed the middle linebacker to step up into those two drag routes, blocking those off. So it typically it works. It works, but in that time it was good pressure from the Birmingham defensive line to make it so he couldn't go second window to one of the drag routes. And good job in press man from the corners to make it so that the receivers couldn't make their cuts and get to the spots in time. It's a play design that is ran quite often. It's kind of like a staple in playbooks because, again, for the most part, it's effective. Yeah, exactly, Bob Flash. Martinez going to hand this one off. No, keep it himself after the initial handoff was blown up instantly. And he's going to take it left side for a gain of 11. Yeah, so the idea is the two drag routes come so close to each other that it makes the defenders collide or kind of have to hesitate in some way. So that way they get open in the opposite side of the field from which they started. But it's a play that kind of requires some time to develop, so. Martinez in shotgun back to his right. Going to try to hand this one off again, but is going to keep it himself. Then trying to throw it left side. Or throw it right side. They're ruling this a fumble and San Antonio touchdown. What a mess of a play. I don't know if that's a fumble, but they try the read option style inside zone handoff again. And just like the first play, yeah, we're looking incomplete instantly. Yeah, that was definitely incomplete. Like, so back-to-back plays though, San Antonio's defense is getting instant pressure. Because I assume you're leaving guys unblocked on purpose because it's supposed to be a read option. I have no idea how they even ruled out a fumble in the first place. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, two receivers each side, going to hand this one off up the middle, and it's going to gain about 2 yards. No, I don't think I would do it for Martinez. He's still in. Because one, it was incomplete. It wasn't actually a fumble. And two, he made the right read on the play of not handing the ball off. And he got it out to an open receiver. But 3rd and 8, Birmingham still yet to convert a third down. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. Ball on the 24-yard line, looking to throw. Has some time now, throwing short of the first to Jay Sternberger. Needs to try to do something and fights forward for a gain of 9, maybe even 10. Enough for the first down. And he gets up with his helmet clearly having been pulled on. Which he definitely wants a face mask there. Martinez, good job moving around in the pockets. He did So the face mask wasn't grabbed, but someone in San Antonio grabbed the side of the helmet and started pulling. Martinez to hand this one off on 1st and 10 up the middle, going to gain about a yard, maybe even 2. And yeah, so the face mask wasn't grabbed, but definitely the underneath side of the helmet part was grabbed. Yeah, Jay Sternberger is someone you do not want to give space to run. And that's what happened on that 3rd and 8 play. Now 2nd and 8. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers left, looking to throw once again. Has some time. Thrown over the middle to Marlon Williams. It is caught. And he's going to hurdle. And did he fumble that? If he did, they're ruling it San Antonio ball. There are now flags being thrown post-play. Marlon Williams takes a quick in/slant, gets it past the 50, hurdles, and I think he was down by contact. But currently it's San Antonio ball for a fumble. When did the ball get knocked loose? Or did it? No, that's a fumble. What a play. And I think it's post-play unnecessary roughness on San Antonio. What a fucking... As Marlon Williams is going down, and he's like a foot away from hitting the turf, the ball gets punched out by Darius Phillips. What a play. And I think this will be San Antonio. This is going to be San Antonio ball. There's a clear recovery. Their flag is a wow. What a defensive play. So Garber's in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers right, looking to throw. Passing left side, going to be incomplete, too low for Jontre Kirkland. Their defense definitely picked it up recently, but they're still the number 1 ranked defense in the league. They've always been a very solid defense. That is true, Aztec. And plus the XFL champion was Arlington last year, so having back-to-back champions in Texas definitely going to help. Quick pass to Anthony McFarland over the middle, going to gain about 7. Sets up a 3rd and short. Yeah, just A Texas, some people call it an angle route. Either way, that works 99% of the time. And it was a gain of 8. So I'm still thinking, damn, what a defensive play from San Antonio to get the ball back. Just under 4.5 to go in this first half. 3rd and 2. Garber's going to look to throw, pass it in the flat, where it's met instantly for maybe a gain of 1 by pass was caught by, I'm gonna mess up the first name like I normally do. Alize Mack, the tight end. Yeah, definitely. It's a weird style they're going for right now because again, they're primarily just playing the field position battle. Alize, thank you, Baflash. A punt comes off clean, and another great punt going to be returned beginning from the 11, and then he just goes down about the 16. And Adrian Martinez is taking the field once again for Birmingham with about 3:40 to go. And that brings us to commercial break. I wouldn't necessarily say that San Antonio is going away from strengths. Like they haven't ran the ball nearly as much as you would expect them to. But again, they're playing the field position in battle, and they have won it so far. They just need one solid thing from the offense. No, we're not going to commercial. Martinez going to hand this one off up the middle to Ricky Person, who's trying to dance, now cutting back towards the left side, has some space, going to gain 12 on the play. I will definitely say this, like San Antonio is going to eventually need a big drive from their offense, and they're going to need to push the ball downfield more. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. Ball on the 26. Going to hand this one off once again to Ricky Person. Has space. Jumps over one defender. Still going. Past the 50 now. Somehow broke those tackles. Finally gets pushed out of bounds near about the 40. What a run from Ricky Person. And that's going to finally give us a play on the plus side of the field for one of these teams. Started off with what looked to be like an outside zone play. Find a good lane. Then just bounces off of one of the San Antonio defenders like 3 separate times. Before just having the entirety of that left side of the field to run down. Ball now on the plus 30. Martinez going to hand it off once again. This time to CJ Marable, trying to work that right side. Not going to be as effective and going to lose about a yard, maybe 2. And that should bring us to the 2-minute warning. That was a big time play for Birmingham's offense. Because with how well their defense has been playing, it's going to force San Antonio to move the ball more if they score. But man, that was a great run from Ricky Person. Yeah, ball flash. That's. It's been hot over here as well recently. It sucks, but what you gonna do? Meanwhile, we have the Brits complaining about 78-degree weather. Like I wish that was the case. Yeah, the balancedness of. I mean, typically their offense is more balanced. Obviously, today is a different story just because the passing game has not been going that great. But if this ground game, the run game has found its footing. If they can keep it up, they can beat San Antonio at their own game. Yeah, they're still just not running the ball for San Antonio. Like, I don't get what they're doing on the ground. Yeah. Just come out commercial. Yeah, I mean, again, this was a game that's going to be won on the ground and through the trenches, and San Antonio is clearly not getting the memo on that because their ground game has been non-existent. Second and 11, Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, two receivers each side. Play action, looking to throw in right side, and that's going to be a DPI on San Antonio, clear and obvious. Martinez tried to throw it back shoulder. The San Antonio defender didn't even turn his head and pushed Amari Rogers to the ground. Yeah, that's clear and obvious DPI. So that's going to give a fresh set of downs to Birmingham. And they're about, well, I think they're gonna be inside in the red zone now after that one. Even still, with that supposed to be back shoulder, it wasn't the most accurate of passes. A ball in the 16, Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, going to keeping himself up the middle after faking a jet sweep, and gains about 4 yards. Yeah, so Amari Rogers was once in Green Bay where they had him be a primary return man, and then he left Green Bay because he kept muffing punts and kicks. Martinez going to hand this one off up the middle to Ricky Person, who breaks one tackle, and then finally brought down after a gain of about 4. 1 minute to go in the half. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, two receivers each side on 3rd and 2. San Antonio sending pressure. Quick pass right side, going to be caught. And breaking one tackle, then walking in with ease is a touchdown for Birmingham from Gary Jennings. They score first with 40 seconds to go. That was an actual good drive. And part of it was Birmingham's offensive line picked up the blitz really well. Did not get home. Martinez quick pass, a little behind, but it was enough. Birmingham strikes first right before the end of the half. 2-point try now. Martinez alone in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. And there is going to be some kind of stoppage of play because of a flag. It's too many men on San Antonio. Well, that's great. It was either too many men or illegal substitution on San Antonio. Either way, it makes it a 2-point conversion attempt. from from like the 3 yard line now, I think. Maybe the 2. So a lot easier of an attempt. Martinez alone in shotgun still. Going to roll out to his right, wide open receiver. It's Amari Rodgers. It is an 8-point game with 40 seconds to go in the half. Using Martinez's speed on the naked bootleg with Amari Rodgers in the flat. And that was from the 2. Birmingham had one drive, but a lot of it was because San Antonio's defense got tired. And they just got outblocked on that drive. But again, their offense needs to get a drive here. Because one, Birmingham gets the ball to begin the second half. And two, they need to make sure their defense can get some rest. And that their offense can get some momentum to them. But either way, like, if that is like all Birmingham really needed out of their offense in this half, it was one solid drive that can be used as a building block. They got it, and now their second half could look a lot different. Their second half can look like a more polished offense, or it could look how it did last week in the third quarter. Yeah, someone finally scored. Like again, for this being a defensive game, it is still an entertaining defensive game. Again, unlike Houston and Memphis in Week 10. All right, Tennessee is. I keep up to date with the College World Series Jello Shot Challenge because it's funny sometimes. Tennessee is sitting solid at about, we're at like 7,500. No one's gonna beat LSU from last year though. Yeah, they have 40 seconds in the half. They have enough time to get a field goal. For sure, they have enough time. The question is, all it is for San Antonio is, can they get into their kicker's field goal range? Because again, Santoso's longest of the year is 51. If they can get it inside like the 30, 35, then yeah. It's like there's plenty of time for a field goal. They just need to get their offense going for a field goal. Kickoff is underway. Going to be returned starting from the 10. And Marquez Stevenson gets out to the 31. Yep, the weak link. So again, they need about 40-ish yards, I would say. Their longest drive of the day was 39. So like they could get into field goal range. Like this needs to be the last drive of the half. Going to hand it off to Anthony McFarland, who has some space up the middle, needs to get at least a first down. He does with a gain of about 10.5. That's going to stop the clock for a little bit. They need to start hurrying up. Because again, San Antonio only has one timeout. 20 seconds now. Garber's looking to throw. Quick pass over the middle, going to be incomplete. Should be a flag there, but there is none. There should have been DPI on that play. But flags stay in the pockets, and we have 15 seconds, well, really 12 seconds, for San Antonio to get to like the 35-ish. They're sitting on the 40. Garbage and shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers each side, looking to throw. Has time, quick pass over the middle to Justin Smith, and he's unable to break a tackle, only gaining 4. And I think San Antonio is going to call a timeout here and just do a Hail Mary. Yeah, San Antonio calls their final timeout with 8 seconds on the clock. So, in theory, they have enough time to do a pass over the middle to the 35 and then quickly get up and spike it because of how the clock works in the UFL. I would imagine they do that, and if it doesn't work and it falls incomplete, then you just throw a Hail Mary. We'll see garbage and shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers each side. Ball on the 44-yard line. Looking to throw a quick pass left side, going to be caught and stepping out of bounds at about the plus 47, I think. So it picks up the first down. The clock didn't run, it seems. It still shows 8 seconds. Yeah. They ran 3 seconds of game clock off. So San Antonio, in theory, has time for one play to try getting to field goal range. Ball on a 48. Bobbles the snap. Quick pass. This is going to be the final play of the half. And he's going to fumble, recovered by Birmingham. And he's running this past the 40. Trying to cut back inside, but brought down right back at the initial line of scrimmage. So that'll be the end of the first half. A little scrum going on now post play. But yeah, it was just. So the under 2 minutes, the clock works how it does in college, where if you get a first down, the clock stops until you either huddle up or you get set at the line of scrimmage. Nice, John. So what San Antonio could have done was a quick pass over the middle to around field goal range, and then if there was 2 seconds on the clock, let's say, it would stop until they got set in a spike formation, to where they could have just spiked it, and that would have killed like a second, if that. So they would have been able to get a field goal off. Instead, they did whatever all that was to end the half. So it's an 8-0 game after one half of play, and Birmingham gets ball to begin the second half. Yeah, I would say UFL style clock rules and everything is very similar to how college is going to be next season, because again, college is added the 2-minute warning. So it's definitely very similar to how college clock works. Yeah, just again, very defensive game after a half. And if Birmingham gets a drive going to begin the half, It can definitely make this a lot more interesting. San Antonio's offense, though, they moved relatively well right there. But nonetheless, I mean, the defense has been the focal point. Yeah, definitely having a three-peat champ is going to be weird. But although the NFL is very likely to have a three-peat champ coming up with the Chiefs very soon. But I mean, Birmingham has just coached and ran really well. So they're a very tough team to beat unless you're on your A game. And San Antonio just has not been this week. They were in week 9. But yeah, today has been a very rough day for San Antonio because like nothing's really working per se. Yeah, they have 100 yards passing, but they have just completely abandoned the run, and I don't get why. I do not want Mahomes. Trust me, I do not want Mahomes to three-peat. It was just no. But at the end of the day, who? At the end of the day, like, they're a very tough team to beat. Kermit this is the Sith. Yeah, but again, like it's hard to say who really stands a chance because as long as they got Chris Jones, Mahomes, Reed, and Kelsey, like they're gonna be a force to be reckoned with. And then they just drafted Xavier Worthy. Most of their offense is still there, with McCole Harmon re-signed for a year. Like they're a tough team to beat, and I doubt they're gonna have nearly as many dropped passes as they did last year. They needed people that can actually catch, and they got people that can actually catch. Like they got a very solid receiving room now. And again, their defense is still that like Steve Spagnuolo is still there to lead that defense as the DC, and he truly know like he's a great defensive coordinator. I'm shocked he hasn't gotten a head coaching job yet. the offense is still that offense. I mean, like the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. So it's gonna be interesting to see. I watch bench warmer Brand. He's great. I watch because he's a UConn fan, so he, keeping up with everything when it comes to the Dan Hurley situation was hilarious from him. Because his fandoms are weird but also great at the same time. He's a UConn fan. Pretty sure he's a Patriots fan. He's a Nuggets fan. But he's great. That guy Garth, though, I do not. Still at halftime, and still a commercial. He is? Okay, that's good. I need to check something out when it comes to Garth. So the plan is, like, obviously after this game is finished, I'm going to have a kind of, not even a recap of this game, or kind of just of the season in general. That'll go out sometime this week, and then focus is finally going to shift on those videos we recorded a few weeks back. Because with the NBA draft next week, it's the perfect time for the first one of those to come out. I'm really excited. I'm for those videos to finally start working on them. Cause yeah, like they've been sitting in my videos folder for I don't know how long. When did we record those? I might have seen stuff from Garth then. If he's a impressionist, I might have seen some things then, just because of floating around on the NFL Twitter and everything. Jokic as well. Okay, yeah, that's cool. I'll definitely make sure to more deliberately check him out because I might have seen some things before, but it just doesn't instantly come to mind that it was him. They got Marquette King to be the halftime performer for this. That's funny. They were still at halftime. This one has been a defensive focused game. And again, San Antonio just needs to get the ground game working again. That's the big thing. Get a stop on defense to begin the half, and then allow your offense to kind of be fully. They had full open playbook, as it does kind of feel like they're still holding back a few plays, and they're not really allowing the full force of the playbook. He has not been on the field, but he is active. So maybe he'll get a shot. But yeah, like he has not been. I mean, he might have been on the field, but he has not gotten some action yet. He's definitely active though. Like he's on the roster sheet. Yeah, both teams are healthy. And again, Garbers just need to force the ball down the field a bit more, and they need the ground game to be working. Yeah, exactly. He's been much ado about nothing. Of course, you're hoping for a three-peat. And there is a difference between a three-peat happening in the UFL. Because, I mean, like, yeah, it's a three-peat, but at the same time, this is the first UFL championship game. Compared to if the Chiefs three-peat in the fall. I mean, the third quarter is about to be underway. Again, Birmingham gets ball to begin the third. And I would expect it to still be Adrian Martinez, but for the most part, I think the MVP of this game is going to be to a defensive player. Second half kickoff is going to be returned from the 5, and it's going to be brought up to about the 37. So a nice return there. And it was Deion Kane on the return. So I guess the question is, which defensive player would get the honors today? Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the left, ball on the 36, quick pass left side to a little bubble screen to Marlon Williams, is going to gain about 8. Don't want that negative minimization. It's just the most obvious, not obvious, but it's the most expected result. Especially with CMC getting the Madden cover. We all know the Niners aren't doing shit because of the curse now. So what, it's going to be the Cowboys? Hell no. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers left after the gain of 6. Another quick pass is when the Deion Kane left side going to be caught and breaking some tackles. It gets up to about the 49 for a Birmingham first down. Listen, like, the Chiefs' schedule as well isn't even like the toughest thing out there. In part because they play in part because they're in the AFC West, so they'll probably go 6-0 in that division. To bone. Everyone knows Zach Wilson's probably going to get the start for the first half of Week 1, then Bo Nix will be thrown in. Martinez going to hand this one off on a jet sweep, working the right side, and that's going to gain about 11 for Amari Rodgers. That is true. That minor league dynasties are a lot harder, which is the funny thing is, like, Birmingham wouldn't even be the first, again, like, minor league team to 2-3-peat this year. But I will say, like, when it comes to football, it's definitely a lot easier because there's a higher chance the players are going to stay. Martinez going to hand this one off up the middle to Ricky Person, who's going to break some tackles or fight forward to the plus 25. So that's another Birmingham first down, and yeah, the offense has found their groove. I mean, like if a team has good coaching and everything, it's in a again like minor league style, it's not going to be the toughest thing. Another screen pass to Marlon Williams on the left side is going to be caught and gain about 8. Again, this Birmingham offense, they found their groove at the tail end of the first half, and they have now looked back. Yeah. Martinez looking to throw. Pump faking now has some time stepping up, going, going to take it himself up the middle, pick up the first down and a gain of 4. Yeah, something definitely clicked in Birmingham right now. I mean, it's a large part of it is probably that they got the ground game working, which is why like San Antonio needs to go back to the ground. But if they go down 2 possessions, it's gonna be tough. Martinez going to hand this one off, and it's going to be up the middle to CJ Marable, who's going to gain about 2 yards. Somehow did not lose yards on that play, despite there being instant pressure. And yeah, that incomplete fumble. Again, I don't know how the refs even called that a fumble in the first place. But 2nd and 8, Martinez and shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Going to keep it himself up the middle, and the design QB keeper makes one defender miss and is going to get in for the Birmingham touchdown. They score on the very first drive of the second half and take a 14-0 lead. And Martinez got in with ease. Exactly. You use him as a wildcat style quarterback. Allow him to use his legs a lot more. Because that's what won him league MVP. It was that style of play where he's able to use his legs a lot more. So the fact that the past couple of weeks he wasn't able to, it's what caused them to look sluggish. And there's going to be a flag on the 2-point attempt for false start on Birmingham. Vanilla Vic. Now that's Daniel Jones, remember? Wasn't it Saquon who called Daniel Jones Vanilla Vic, and now Saquon's in Philly? And Daniel Jones is still being paid like $45 a year. 2-point try from the 10-yard line. Martinez alone in shotgun looking to throw. Pass over the middle is going to be caught by Jordan Thomas. An incredible one-handed grab as the ball was thrown behind him. And this is a 16-0 game for San Antonio. For Birmingham. An incredible one-handed grab from Jordan Thomas. He's been unstoppable, it feels, on those conversion attempts. Yeah. Most people can't get over that comment. It was a weird comment to make for Saquon. Anyway, that brings us to commercial break with 11 minutes to go in the third. Yeah, I mean, Vic was electric. It's just all the other shit happened. But again, San Antonio now they find themselves in a hole to begin their second half. Yeah, I'll definitely be playing it. Well, I most likely I'll be live playing it, but I've come to a realization that when I play football video games, I get really locked in. So I'm not sure how entertaining it will be, but I'll definitely be playing it, and most likely I will end up streaming, at least on that first launch day, and then we'll see from there. I did also. I've also been playing the Madden 25 beta as I signed up for that. It's all right. I mean, it's still just still just newer Maddens, but it has allowed me to try out the new kicking meter and the new custom stems, and those are pretty fun to go around with. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm down. I think even Toasted's because Toasted has Xbox Game Pass and everything, so you'll probably download it as well, and we'll do at least one crossplay game. But I definitely know like the dynasties and everything. Again, I got a lot planned for that. So there might be one of those dynasties that I'll go live with like once a week because I mean most likely will be the Danny Edling head coach one because that's a running joke. At least through with a Danny Edling being the coach to lead Atlanta to a Super Bowl. Maybe we'll see. A kick is going to be returned and it's going to try a reverse on the kick return and he's going to be brought down inside the 20. San Antonio tried. I get what they were trying to do. Just the execution was not it. Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely more so like I definitely get locked in a lot more when I am on offense because that's just how I think with everything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it would be the case where one season as the offensive coordinator in LSU with Danny Edling, and then go from there. But it'll be fun nonetheless. Garbers and shotgun going to look to throw quick pass left side for a receiver screen to John Trey Kirkland. Is going to gain 4 yards. Did he fumble it? I think they're ruling it a fumble right now, and if he did, I believe this would be a Birmingham ball. And yes, Birmingham did fall on it. So if this is a San Antonio fumble, Birmingham will start with excellent field positioning on their next drive. And John J. Kirkland is now down being looked at as well. Did he fumble? Oh, what a beaut of a peanut punch. Wow, that was beautiful. So yeah, it's a fumble. It's Birmingham ball, and this one could get out of hand. If you say so, Ball Flash. And that brings us to commercial as well. That was a absolute beaut of a peanut punch. Charles Tillman would be proud of that. Man, that was again one of the cleaner peanut punches I have seen. And yeah, this one can ease the Birmingham's gonna have ball just outside the 20. They're already up by 16. If and they're most likely gonna get points again on this drive. Yeah. Yeah, you did mention that during the college season that LSU's defense wasn't the greatest. It's fine. We'll just win every game 50-42. I'm so excited for that college football game. I did also get the MVP bundle for it. So I will. So the first stream will 100% be on June 15th at 4 p.m. for that. Not June, July 15th at 4 p.m. Which is when people with deluxe editions are able to start playing, which I have through the MVP bundle. Yeah, that game's gonna be. Yeah, they're just showing a replay of the fumble. But yeah, that was absolute beaut of a peanut punch. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, ball on the 24. Play action, looking to throw, has plenty of time, gonna quick pass to the left side, going to be caught, and gain of about 11 is Gary Jennings on the reception. That's why you play offline. And you don't do like online stuff at launch. You just you go into play now in the practice modes and learn the game as much as you can while everyone else is upset about the servers being down. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers left. Ball now on the 13-yard line. Going to hand this one off up the middle. Plenty of space. Hurdle in. CJ Marable gonna gain 10 yards. Trying to jump over San Antonio defenders. And it's now 1st and goal. It was the way they were being coached was good. It's not. It's probably not the best thing that for that first season. It's going to be the CPU calling the plays and coaching the defense. Exactly. Like you're not going to need servers to play what we're going to be playing. Here we go. Birmingham bringing out the T formation. Handoff to CJ Marable. It's going to gain 2 yards to set up a 2nd and goal. Like Ultimate Team, nah. I got the deluxe edition. It comes with Ultimate Team bonuses. Doesn't mean I'm gonna touch them. Got that specifically so I can play a few days early. Birmingham right back to the T formation. Now audible in it to 3 receivers to the right. Martinez in shotgun, rolling out right, looking to throw. And just going to sail this one out the back of the end zone. Throw away, incomplete. Whole new defensive staff, good. Now, I don't think that will be the first dynasty I roll with on launch, so we may not see that until later in that week. But I'm definitely going to start a dynasty on the 15th. That most likely would just be something I do on my own time. Right back in the T formation. Martinez under center. Going to hand this one off and is going to try to jump over the pile. But Ricky Person's going to be stopped once again. 4th and goal. All I know is that the first thing I'm still trying to figure out what I want the first play now game to be. For when that game drops. Well, again, I'll say I might just do the Danny Edling thing. We'll see. I'll figure it out. We got a month. 4th and goal. Ball on the half-yard line. T formation once again. Martinez going to keep it himself on a QB sneak. Did he get it? They're saying he's short. And San Antonio ball. That would be a great fourth down stand for San Antonio. With about 7.5 to go. Let's see. They tried a QB sneak. No. He had to have gotten it. The pile looks primarily in the end zone. That wasn't a great angle to shoot. No, yeah, he got it. He crossed the plane. That's a touchdown for Birmingham. Yeah, there we go. Touchdown Birmingham. It's 22 to nothing. And honestly, if St. Louis was in this game instead, I do not think much is different. If anything, I think this could be even more of a blowout if St. Louis was in this, because again, for the first pretty much the entirety of that first half, San Antonio's defense was playing well. I don't think St. Louis's defense would be putting up much more of a fight. Martinez in shotgun, 4 receivers right and looking to throw. Quick pass going to be incomplete on the 2-point try. So it remains 22 nothing. But with how San Antonio's offense has been playing, it might as well be more. Yeah, LSU should be a fun team to rock with for a year in a dynasty. And then go into some other possibilities. Yeah. I assume you're talking about last week's game between Michigan and Birmingham. Definitely. Like, it took a while, but Birmingham eventually figured it out on offense. I'm watching it on Fox through YouTube TV. Not sponsored by either of those. That's just how I watch games. But it's on Fox. Yeah, yeah, it's definitely because, I mean, what the stat was that Birmingham hasn't allowed a scoring drive since Michigan's last score in that game. So it's been over a game's worth of time at this point. Yeah, no problem. The more eyes we actually get on the game, the better it is for the league. When the NFL season rolls around, no. Yeah, Michigan couldn't finish a drive in that second half last week. And San Antonio can't start a drive, it feels like, this week. So Birmingham's defense has truly stepped up. Again, large part of it is the fact that San Antonio just could not get the ground game working, and now they're at the point where even thinking about going to the ground is a dumb decision because you need to score quick and you need to just get momentum quick, and the pass game's the easiest way to do it. But there also could be that sense of just trying to figure something out on offense, and the ground is what works best for you in the most part. So maybe they do try to go to the ground a bit more in this half, but there's just about 7 minutes to go in the half, in the quarter. I mean, you don't want to be complacent. Like, yeah, you're up 22, but if he was a little bit more accurate and stuff, it's a different story. Like, the game isn't close for that long. So, like, I get it. Like, you would rather it be, like, you want games to be played incredibly well. So, Martinez has played well today, but he has been inaccurate at times. Kick going to be returned from the 5. Marquez Stevenson trying to do something on it. Breaking some tackles. Now trying to reverse field, cutting up the middle, and finally brought down at about the 30-yard line. So yeah, 7:14 to go in the third quarter. Well, we'll see what San Antonio can get going here, but again, if they can't get a drive together, honestly, a big breakout play here in some capacity can definitely help them out, but you can't just keep throwing short, quick passes. In shotgun, going to hand this one off to Anthony McFarland up the middle, who's going to find a lane and gain about 11, maybe even 12 on the play. Looking more so like 11. So a solid piece of run in there. If they can just keep it up, you just want to make, you just want to give your defense time to rest, as they've been on the field a lot today. Yeah, the ground game has been under. Yeah, looking to throw quick pass to McFarland, who wasn't ready for it, and it just falls incomplete. Yeah, I mean, the ground game has definitely been underutilized, but again, it's still at the point where you're down 22 and you're in desperate need for like solid drives. And with like not with a quarter and a half ish to go, you definitely want the pass game to be more fluent. Another handoff on 2nd and 10 is going to give a gain a yard, maybe two. This one to I believe Anthony McFarland once again, and 6 minutes to go in the third now. And San Antonio was gonna be facing a third and long. Yeah, 3rd and 9. Garbers alone in shotgun. And they were not prepared for that snap. Looking to throw, just going to try to dump it off short, but it gets batted at the line. No one was prepared for that snap. It took the receivers a solid like second or two to even begin running their routes. Yeah, no one was prepared for that snap. And that's 4th and 9. Yeah, they look shocked. Because they instantly the second they got set is when the ball was snapped. So they were not prepared for it. Punt going to be a fair caught at about the 14-yard line. And that is another just quick drive that San Antonio cannot afford to have. But here we are. So Birmingham with a massive chance here to really put a nail in the coffin at this point. I mean, if they go up 28, potentially 30. Yeah, they need urgency. They honestly they just need something on offense to get clicking. They need urgency. They need to just try to get the ball downfield. They haven't attempted a deep pass today. Hell, they haven't even really attempted a medium length pass. Most passes have been within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. And I think every pass has been within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Like, that's just not gonna cut it. Yeah, no, for sure. Birmingham is laughing at damn near everyone because even I was saying to be when the season began XFL, the XFL conference will end up being like a more, it was more competitive, but it was like a better conference. Birmingham is just that good of a team. They're just that good of a team. Like they look incredible today. It took a while to get going, but since then they've been unstoppable. Martinez going to hand this one off up the middle, and that's going to gain 2, maybe 3 yards. I believe that's Ricky Person. Honestly, yeah, maybe you do send in Dormandy because like you just need to find like you just need to get the ball downfield. They're still playing it conservative. They're even though they're down 22. Martinez and shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers each side, looking to throw, has some time, sending one deep down the field, and that's going to be incomplete into double coverage towards Kevin Austin. But that's a massive throw though. Throw started from, that's what, damn near 50, 60 air yards. I wouldn't necessarily say they pulled a Cowboys, because it's not like they're losing to a team they're supposed to be better than. The Stallions are just the best team in the UFL. Like it makes sense that they're winning. Martinez looking to throw on 3rd and 8. Quick pass right side to Jay Sternberger is going to be caught, but only for a gain of 3. And that's a 3-and-out for Birmingham. So the defense finally steps up a little bit. But now there's a player kind of gingerly walking off the field. That is Bryce Thompson, who's favoring. I think it was his right ankle. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned beginning from the 35 and gets up to about the 46. Arlington won last year's XFL championship. So, again, if 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 San Antonio was losing to Michigan right now by this much, then yeah, I would say they pulled a Cowboys. But Birmingham is just that good of a team, and when your offense isn't trying to do anything. In shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the right. 3 minutes to go in the third, looking to throw. Rolling out to his right, has some time, and is going to just walk out of bounds, losing 2. Alright, so it seemed like they at least had some deeper break-in routes on that play, but just nothing was open. Like Birmingham is only sending like 4 each play, and they're just able to get pressure. Yeah, like legit, they're gonna live or die on that short game, and not throwing it away does not help you. You lose 4, and there's a swing pass that's 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage is going to be brought to about the plus 47. So that's a gain of 13 by Anthony McFarland. Yeah, that's fair. That he always looks scared. But to be fair, I wish doesn't make a lot of sense because their O line is a good O line. But okay, they finally are going to run a play in plus territory. It is 3rd and 1. In shotgun, back to his left, going to keep it himself, and then he slides down 8 yards short of the first. You even see one of the old linemen, I think it was the left guard there, telling him go, like just fucking get the first, because it was blocked well, but he slides down. Like I believe that was the left guard who you see after the play, like it's clearly telling Get Garbers something along the lines of fight for the yards. But it's 4th and 1. Garbers and shotgun back to his left, looking to throw. Throws it to the flat, going to lose a yard. Fights to get back to the line of scrimmage. Either way, it's not enough for the first. And a minute to go in the third. Birmingham gets the ball back. Just rough. Yeah, like Birmingham played that, guarded up, locked up that play really well. Yeah, there's just not much that can be done. Like he had the blocking to get the first down on that 3rd and 1 play. He just went down too soon. Yeah, like I get that he's playing he wants to like play it safe and make sure he can play a full game. Like now you got Anthony McFarland on the sideline yelling at him like you need to fight for the yards at this stage of the game. Martinez hands this one off towards the left side. Ricky Person gets up to the 50. Yeah, the team is pissed at Garbers. Aztec, the offense has not been the offense has been living within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage the entire day. They're not trying to push the ball downfield, and because of that, Birmingham is stacking the box and moving everyone up. Martinez looking to throw. Now going to roll out to his right. Has plenty of space to run, and he does. He's going to get the first down and finally stepping out of bounds at about the 40. So, yeah, so Birmingham has pretty much their entire defense, besides the safeties, within that 5 yard mark. So it's being able to stop anything San Antonio has been trying. And then when they do try to extend it down the field, their old line hasn't been able to hold up for long enough. Or Garbers is just too scared in the pocket, and he escapes the pocket before the play could fully develop. As that brings us to the 4th quarter. So honestly, it might be time to just throw in Dormandy. Yeah, and that too, Julian, is like Birmingham wanted revenge for San Antonio being the team to cost them the perfect an undefeated season. And San Antonio used a lot of energy beating St. Louis last week because of like the talk before the game and like finally beating the team who was undefeated against you the past 2 seasons. Like in this stage of the game, every yard matters more than ever. So the fact that he's not fighting for yards, I get he's a quarterback and all that. He probably is. But like, it's not even that he had to like bulldoze a defender on that 3rd down play. He had the space to just step an extra yard, and then get down. It's probably a closer game if St. Louis is playing, but I still think Birmingham would have the edge. Because at least St. Louis's offense would be pushing the ball down the field. No, I wouldn't say he's Josh Allen light. Because again, Josh Allen pushes the ball 80 yards down the field. If anything, if anything, is Case Keenum or Daniel Jones light, because he thinks that he's running okay. It's not the greatest, but he's using his legs a bit. But he just can't get the ball downfield. He's not pushing the ball downfield when, again, at this stage of the game, you need to push the ball downfield more than ever because you need something to try to spark a comeback. Like, I know that this will be some people's first UFL game they're watching because, it's a championship and all that, and I feel bad because this is not a good showing for the UFL because San Antonio just doesn't know what they're doing. Like, they're not. This is not the same San Antonio team we saw last week. We saw early on in the season. Like, it's a rough showing. Oh yeah, like that slide. Like, I don't know if how much longer he can. And that no. Martinez going to quick pass to the left side to Ricky Person on the swing screen, and that's going to gain about 4. That slide definitely just caused some kind of division within the team. And again, I think Garbers is good. He's when this San Antonio offense was going, it was fun to watch. He's typically a good quarterback. It's just, again, this game has been rough for him, and it's been rough for the entire offense. And really, this past few weeks have been rough for their offense. It's just their defense were able to mask it. Martinez looking to throw, gonna roll out to his right, has some space if he wants to keep it himself. He does going to gain about a yard. I don't know how much longer Garber is going to be on the team, though. Because, again, with how we imagine the quarterback market to be in the UFL next year because of the amount of quarterbacks that just entered the NFL draft, just entered the NFL and are on, like, fringe deals. Like, San Antonio could definitely be looking at a different style of offense next year. Oh, that would be incredible. And plus, like, the energy in the stadium would be a lot better if San Antonio was the one playing today. Because, again, the game probably would be closer if St. Louis was playing, and that stadium would be packed. And I think the higher ups were really hoping for a St. Louis Birmingham championship game. Instead, they got San Antonio, which in theory should also be just fine because their defense and their offense should be able to play the game well and make it competitive. But Skip Holtz, man, Skip Holtz is just, he knows how to run a team like this. Martinez in shotgun back to his right, 3 receivers right, 3rd and 5, looking to throw, stepping up, has space to run if he wanted to. Had a man over the middle for the first down, but he's going to drop it. 4th and 5. And yeah, Holtz isn't happy because Martinez had plenty of space to run it himself to pick up the first. And yeah, Holtz is saying to Martinez, hey, in that situation, he has the separation, just lightly toss it in there. Don't have to bullet it. Anyway, Chris Blewett is on for the 53-yard try to make this a 25-point game. But there is a flag. Did Birmingham get San Antonio to jump? Yeah, true. That is a true spirit of St. Louis. I think they did. So let's see. There was some kind of penalty on San Antonio. And yeah, it's first down for Birmingham now. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. Two receivers bunched up each side. Looking to throw. Trying to dump it off left side to Ricky Person, but he's going to drop it incomplete. But yeah, I do not expect attendance today to be that great. I would not be surprised if the stadium is near empty by the time Birmingham wins it. Like, officially wins it. There is just under 13 minutes to go in the game. Martinez in shotgun, back to his left. Two receivers spread out to each side. Ball on the plus 30. Quick pass left side, going to be incomplete. Intended for Jay Sternberger on a wheel route. And it bounces off his hands. And yeah, this game has turned sloppy. But there is a flag on the play. Most likely going to be a post-flag penalty of some kind. Oh yeah, Jay Sternberger laid a slap on the San Antonio defender for really no reason. So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. He kind of just turned around and slapped him in the helmet for again, pretty much no reason. I think Birmingham is trying to get some energy out of San Antonio. But it's 3rd and 25. Ball now backed up to the plus 45-yard line. Just looking for about half here. Or to get the yardage back so you can get a field goal attempt off. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right. Looking to throw. San Antonio only sending 3. Martinez plenty of time. Rolling out to his left. Directing traffic. Going to throw it. Going to be caught by Jordan Thomas for a gain of about 14. And that's going to set up a field goal try, I believe. To be fair, when the defense does have 8 guys dropped back, all pretty much guarding 25 yards down the field, there's not pretty much what you can do besides just having to buy time. Yeah, Chris Blewett on for the 49-yard field goal try from the left hash. Kick is up and right down the middle. It is a 25-0 lead for Birmingham with about 12 minutes to go. It does seem like Quinton Dormandy is going to be heading in on the next drive for San Antonio. He has his helmet on. He's preparing on the sideline. So it does seem like he's going to be taking the field next. So I like that decision from San Antonio because again, there's not much left you can really do in this one besides really hope that you can make a miraculous comeback. They did come back down 19 before earlier in the season, but that was a much different situation than what they face now. Um, so obviously, again, we'll probably do stuff related to the college football video game. Um, when it comes to like up until then, I don't know. Maybe it's just some like, random Q&As and stuff as well sprinkled out throughout it. I'll find ways to be live. Find ways to be live leading up to the NFL season. Like I'll probably be live next week for the NBA draft night one, because for as little NBA content there is on this channel, it is supposed to be an and then a co NBA channel as well. So I'll probably be live again next week. But yeah, I'll sprinkle in some like Q&A live streams and stuff. Kind of just some chill streams. I was going to do a bigger like rundown of this game, but then as I was going through everything, I'm like, well, there's not much to really discuss besides the offensive line. The return's going to begin from inside the 20, goes up to about the 30. Like I was gonna do a whole like breakdown stuff, but I kind of just didn't have the full time to do it because the breakdowns of the championship games took me a little longer than I expected, and that video took a little longer. But I was going to do a standard video on this, but that's what this week's video will end up being. It will be a full breakdown of the outcome and everything. So Dormady in shotgun, back to his left, two receivers each side, looking to throw. Quick pass right side, incomplete, too far outside, as that was intended for Calvin Turner. In shotgun, once again, back to his right. Three receivers to the left. Shifting the back to his left now. Going to hand this off to Anthony McFarland, who's going to gain maybe a yard. But still nothing going right for the San Antonio offense. I mentioned earlier that next week's video is one that's been recorded for like a month at this point. So that's finally going to be able to get worked on and get out, which I'm really excited for. Dormady looking to throw in 3rd and 10, throwing down the field, going to be caught past the 50, and finally brought down near the 40, the plus 47. There we go. Finally an intermediate length throw for San Antonio. Yeah, look at Dormady go. In shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw once again. Pass right side, going to be caught. And that's Calvin Turner going to gain about 10. Might be marked just shy, though. Nine and a half minutes to go in this game. Dormady in shotgun, back to his left, three receivers left. Going to hand this one off to Morgan Ellison, who's going to get up to about the 34-yard line for a gain of about 5-ish. A gain of 3. I don't know why I thought 5. In shotgun, back to his left, two receivers each side, more so bunched up. Looking to throw, stepping up, has some space to run if he chooses to. Going to pass it right side, and breaking some tackles is Marquez Stevenson. He's going to get up to about the plus 22 for a gain of about 10. Exactly. If they would have just done this earlier, this style of offense earlier, could definitely be looking at a different game. But sometimes all it takes is a backup coming in with no fear. Dormandy trying to escape some pressure now, and just going to throw it away, batted at the line. Damn near had his own helmet catch situation when he was wrapped up, but just tries to chuck it away. Honestly, if that doesn't get batted at the line, is that intentional grounding? I mean, it probably would have been. I don't know how far it would have gone. In shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Has plenty of time. Now stepping to his right, throwing cross body, and a great catch over the middle, going to gain 2 yards. That is KD Cannon on the reception. What a name. And yeah, it seems like that San Antonio just has the majority of their backups in at this point. Seven minutes to go. 3rd and 7, Dormandy in shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the left, ball on the 19. Looking to throw, now stepping up, pass over the middle. It is caught and brought down at about the 10-yard line is Calvin Turner. Hey, there's a chance. We're in the 4th quarter. They can have the ball for the remainder of this clock through the 4th and 12s. They're going to need every single 3-point conversion to be successful. But there's a chance. Well, not every single. They can force overtime and stuff. Dormandy in shotgun, back to his right, ball in the 10. Going to hand this one off up the middle. And Anthony McFarland gets to the 6-yard line for a gain of 4. No, it's 4-down territory. It's been 4-down territory since like halfway through the 3rd quarter. As there's a stoppage before the snap, and Birmingham's going to take their 2nd timeout. With just under 6 minutes to go. There's no reason to settle for field goals at this point because you're down by so much, and if you think you can have a comeback here, exactly. Also, the attendance numbers for today, not bad. 27,400, not terrible considering St. Louis isn't in this game. I will say, a team down by 25 has come back to win a championship game in the past. Dormandy in shotgun, back to his left, looking to throw. And he's going to stumble backwards and fall on his ass for the sack back at like the 22. He just lost his foot in, and that's a massive sack. That might be the funniest way this could do it. Yeah, he just lost his footing and was just stumbling. 3rd and 21. You need like 15, 16 on this play. Dormandy in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Has some time. Throwing short to Anthony McFarland, who's unable to break a tackle and only gain 2 yards. At that point, just throw it into the end zone to a back-to-back plays. That's great. Yeah, I figured that would be the case, but you just never know. It does seem like though like the St. Louis fans there are rooting for Birmingham, which is funny. All right, what could be the last heave for San Antonio? Dormady and shotgun back to his right, looking to throw, rolling out right, just needs to get into the end zone basically. Throwing cross body and it's incomplete, drop by KD Cannon. Off his chest it seems. Not a bad throw by Dormady, but yeah, falls incomplete. Birmingham will begin the next drive at the 20-yard line. Oh, that's through his hands, off his shoulder, and incomplete. That's when you need to catch. That's also true about Flash. Most definitely already had tickets purchased. Yep, now it's just down to Birmingham to kill out this clock. How long will that take? San Antonio does have all their timeouts, but I don't think Wade Phillips is that petty. So yeah, just about 4 minutes to go in this one. Yeah, it's been one of those days. If you're a Brahmas fan, oh yeah, of course they're ready to flood that place. Sadly, it just didn't work out that way. That's what I'm like. If they would have properly, not properly, if St. Louis would have made the championship, we would have seen a probably fully packed stadium for the game. Hey, there's always next year, although I think the championship game will probably be in Birmingham next year, I were to guess. We have 4:22 to go in this one, and now it just comes down to Birmingham to kill the clock. And Skip Holtz. I would imagine they would. I don't think he's going to stay in St. Louis every year. Because the XFL championship game last year was in San Antonio. This year's St. Louis. I would imagine they would move it to probably a USFL city this time. Oh, San Antonio is using their challenge? I mean, I guess, but what for? I mean, yeah, you need to hope you get a fresh set of downs, I guess, but I don't think there's anything really that's worth a challenge. Are they hoping for roughing the passer? Like, what they're challenging here? It needs to be something that would give an automatic first down. Are they saying hands to the face? Well, it's seeming like they're going to lose that challenge. As Wade Phillips, yeah, call stand. I don't even know what they were challenging. I assume they were looking for hands to the face on Birmingham. Yeah, I assume that's what they were looking for on Taco Charlington, but he got just under hands to the throat. Yeah, which it's obviously not a great thing, but technically that's not in the rules for the hands to the face penalty. Birmingham going to hand this one off to CJ Marable, cut into the left side. He's going to have plenty of space down the sideline, tiptoeing, still going. Finally, the ball gets punched loose and out of bounds. What an incredible run for CJ Marable. As that's, 40 plus yards on the ground just on that play alone? Yeah, simple counter that's blocked really well. And then good job just staying down the sideline, not stepping out of bounds. Why did he switch hands? What? The reason that ball was even punched loose was because he switched hands. Then they overturned it saying he did step out of bounds, and then hand off for a gain of 1. Yeah, that's what I imagine. Yeah, USFL will hold it next year. And I would imagine it's in Birmingham because, well, 3-peat. Oh yeah, definitely. San Antonio was a much better team than this. The issue is they went up against the best team spring football has seen ever. Another handoff on 2nd and 9, going to gain about 5 yards for his Ricky Person this time. And there's a scrum going on post-play. This game's getting ugly for no reason. Yeah, I could see it's either going to be Birmingham or Michigan, definitely. I would imagine Birmingham though, because I feel like that's one where because similar reason why they chose St. Louis is they think that Birmingham will make the championship game next year, and thus they can get a fully packed out stadium in Birmingham. Because like for as good as Ford Field is, they're not going to pack out that stadium, even if Michigan makes the championship. But there's now a flag post play, so this is getting extended because of reasons. Fouls on both teams, both going to be personal foul and necessary roughness, I would imagine. Yep. Both players are ejected. Yeah, but Botflash, that's the NFL. The Lions are gonna sell out that stadium easily when they're good. The Panthers, who knows? Yeah, so both Thompson and Sternenberger were ejected. I believe if I read the lips of the ref correctly, both of them were ejected. Yeah, that's definitely what it seems like. So now 3rd and 4 for Birmingham. The issue is there's 3 minutes of clock left. And San Antonio called a timeout, I guess. Or I guess they were forced to call a timeout, I don't know. The good news is San Antonio is almost out of timeouts. Birmingham probably needs, one more first down to get it to the 2-minute warning guaranteed. And then from there, another first down or 2. Yeah, you can't have something like that happen in the championship game, though. Martinez in shotgun, back to his right, looking to throw. Now going to be a QB draw, and he's going to get the first down, sliding down at about the 49-yard line. So with that, this drive will bring us to the 2-minute warning. There's 50 seconds till then. And Thompson is still shit-talking fans as he's walking towards the locker room. Sure. You're only getting shut out. Oh, no, okay, no, it seems Sternberger's still on the sideline. Probably because he's going to need to be able to celebrate when the game's over. Alright, final play until the 2-minute warning. Martinez and shotgun back to his right. Going to hand this one off up the middle. And that's going to be a gain of about 5, pushing forward, maybe 6. And I believe that's CJ Marable on the carry. And yeah, that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. And again, one more first down should fully do it. He's heading to the locker room. He's just shit talking fans on the way there. That's all it is. Just a little shit talk. All right, see ya, Bob Flash. I'll ride this one out because again, there's one more first down. Then we're going to be seeing some knee downs. I kind of want to see who wins. I kind of want to see who wins championship game MVP. Judging by the stats, it was most likely going to be a defensive player, but wouldn't be shocked if it's Ricky Person. He's at about 100 yards on the day. But we'll definitely see the clocks hit 0 and the confetti fall before I head out in this one. We're at a 2-minute warning commercial break. Yep. Catch you next time. But yeah, Birmingham, 3-peats. Included no points allowed in the last 92 minutes of play. That is insane. 0 points allowed in what will eventually be 94 total minutes of play. Damn, their defense stepped up when they needed to, and one more first down would be able to give Birmingham the chance to just need this one out. Martinez and shotgun back to his left, 3 receivers right, gonna hand this one off up the middle and fighting forward for a gain of 3 is Ricky Person. So still need to get one more proper playoff here, but they're gonna be able to run this clock down to about a minute 10 mark. A minute 20 mark, I mean. Martinez and shotgun back to his right. San Antonio stacking the box. They send the blitz. Handoff up the middle by CJ Marable. Gonna get the first down to the plus 38-yard line. No shot. No, there's the clock running. And there's Tom Brady on the sideline preparing to hand out the championship game MVP trophy. As it's going to take 2 knee downs before this one is truly over. Actually, will only take 2. They're not even in victory formation. Going to hand this one off once again to CJ Marable. He's going to gain 3 yards. Oh yeah, Tom Brady's huge. And there's now a flag on the play. For some reason, God, why did they want this game to be extended? Did they call a flag because they Gatorade bathed the DC with 40 seconds left? Please tell me that's why they call that's. Please tell me that's why they threw a flag. That's hilarious. They threw a flag because Birmingham's defensive coordinator got Gatorade bathed with 40 seconds left. And now they're preparing the Gatorade bath for Skip Holtz. Oh no, I guess they called face mask. I I guess they called face mask actually because it's first and 10 now. I thought it would have been funny if they're just Gatorade bathing him now and Birmingham's in victory formation. And that should do it. The Birmingham Stallions have successfully three-peated and are your UFL champions. Yeah, definitely unexpected in the sense of this game was a blowout. Yeah, the Birmingham Stallions are your UFL champions in the first season of the league. And this has been a fun first season of calling games. Yeah, I expect McCarran to be back in St. Louis next year. I expect St. Louis as a whole to be back next year in the sense of they are not happy with how the season ended. But yeah, what a year for Birmingham, man. 3 straight championships, and they're going to be looking to four-peat. With all that being said, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed. This has been, again, fun year of the UFL. Play-by-plays are going to be back when the NFL rolls around. There'll be a few streams leading up to it. But yeah, it's been fun. Hope you all enjoyed. Yeah, see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.